is 4:40 p.m. here in sunny California. I am in the Bay Area, and I decided I'm gonna go live because I don't know if I'll be able to go live tomorrow. And plus, just like a lot of stuff was going on this week, so I figure I might as well just jump on here and tell y'all all about it. So, as you can see from the title of this video, it says that this journey is not easy. Well, this journey is not easy, okay? It is hard when you are on a weight loss journey. Why is it hard when you're on a weight loss journey? Because you realize that there's so many things that you have to change within yourself that you weren't expecting to have to change. When you are on a weight loss journey, you don't realize how much you think about food and how much you use food to, like, I don't know, feel better. And you used it as a coping mechanism. There's so many things that go along with the weight loss journey, and especially if you've been like overweight all your life, or if you've been overweight for a long period of time, it's just like you're changing your whole identity when you are trying to, or when you're actually dropping the weight and dropping the pounds. So you can't think like the way you thought before. You can't say, oh yeah, let me go out and get something to eat because this is like hard. You can't say, oh well, forget this, I'm about to go get a pizza. You can't do none of that. Like, all that's over with. You can't do it no more. You have to stick to the plan. No matter what comes up, you have to stick to the plan. Even if you don't want to stick to the plan, you have to stick to the plan. Because, like I said, many people think like, oh, well, losing weight is easy. Well, no, the freak, it's not. It's not easy, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. It's not easy because you have to literally every day change your mindset and your thoughts in order to stay focused and stay on track. And I don't think people talk about that enough, but it's true. I've been on this journey since January, and I have messed up. I think I maybe had like, 1, 2, 3, maybe like 8 out 5 times. I've eaten out 5 times in this since January. Eaten outside of my house about 5 times. Or maybe 7 if we're including salad. But as far as eating fast food or eating food that's not on plan, it's been 5 times. And I can count it on my hand because it's rare that I actually only have eaten out 5 times within a whole freaking year. A whole year. Well, almost a year. Like 8 months. What is this? April? No. August? It's August. I've been literally sitting here focused this whole time. But it's not easy. It's not like, oh, it's just like no problem. Like, it's hard. And the thing is, if it's hard for somebody who only got 5 or 10 pounds to lose, how much harder do you think it is for somebody who got over 100 pounds to lose or 200 pounds to lose? Like, it's not easy. So when people like leave comments saying, well, I don't see why it's so hard for you to lose weight, or I don't see why people gain weight, or I don't see why people say it's hard to lose weight, because maybe you've never been in that situation before. Maybe you personally have never had a lot of weight to lose, or maybe you personally have never had a weight problem. So yeah, maybe for you it's easy to drop weight, pick up weight, and drop it again. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not the case for everyone, especially for people who have generally used food to cope with traumatic situations or whatever's going on in their life. My week has been crazy. My mom went out of town. I've been helping her. Hey, Claudia, how's it going? Hello. Welcome. But yeah, my mom, she went out of town. I've been helping her all week long. The kids started school. I've been helping them all week long. I had requested to take a vacation for 2 weeks. I've been waiting for a response. I was supposed to be taking a vacation Monday, which I wasn't going anywhere. I was just going to stay home, do a staycation. I wanted to do some decluttering, get rid of some stuff, and kind of like just do a deep clean in my house. They denied the vacation today. Out of all, like, literally had me wait till the day before. Like, this is the day, pretty much the day before the vacation, because Monday would have been vacation, and they're gonna tell me, oh, due to operations, we're not gonna be able to let you go on vacation. So now I'm like, this literally sucks, because like it seemed like one thing after another was happening this week. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like, wow, like, I didn't realize how much I would gravitate to food when I'm going through something. Claudia said, I'm good. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Claudia. How are you? I'm doing good. Just wanted to get on here and just explain how it is not easy to be on this weight loss journey, and how some people feel like it should be a simple task, but it's really not. especially to stay focused on it, like to stay consistent day in and day out. I mean, yeah, the food is like supposed to be easy, but like my kids, they're like, can we have pizza? And then like they're watching this thing about pizza, and it's like, no, I'm not about to go get pizza. Or maybe they go out and get something, but like from Wendy's or somewhere. I don't get it. Like yesterday, my mom went and got ribs before she went on her cane. I didn't get any. You feel what I'm saying? So there's so many times that you feel like you be missing out on stuff, but you have to like really just focus on why you're doing this and the bigger picture, because otherwise you will mess up. You will mess up. I mean, you will be like, to heck with it, because so many things come up every single day. Like I said, work is crazy. My mom, she older and she trying to travel and do all this. I gotta help her. My kids, my daughter started high school. That's already a thing within itself. My son started middle school. Like, it literally be one thing after another. And most people cope with stress with food. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me just get something to eat real quick, or let me have some chips. Or even people stress eat at work because work is crazy. So they be like, let me just grab a snack. Let me grab some candy. I'm not doing that. And I'm realizing that it is literally a daily struggle not to do that. It's gotten easier over time. Yes, the food noise has gotten easier over time, but those triggers don't get easier. You feel what I'm saying? There's always going to be a trigger that comes up, and it's not going to get easier. It's just going to be, you're going to have to just deal with it. And you don't realize, oh man, I got to deal with these feelings and these emotions because I'm not going to be able to get that dopamine hit from that food that I would have usually ate. So now you just got to deal with it. And that's why I said it's not an easy feat. I don't care if you just got 5 pounds to lose. That crap ain't easy. Claudia says, it's so hard. I'm at a good weight, but even just maintaining is a struggle. It doesn't come easy to most people. Thank you, Claudia. And she's just maintaining it. That's what I'm saying. This is like a lifelong thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it don't stop. Because even when you actually are at your goal weight, you want to maintain that weight. I mean, because there's so many people that gain weight back. I've gained weight back one time, and that one time was enough for me. Because I gained my weight back plus some, and I said, oh, never again. That's why I was like, let me find something that's sustainable that I can do consistently, a diet that I can do consistently. Because earlier in the year, I was going hardcore with fasting 4 days a week, dry fasting, and OMAD, intermittent, all that crap. Was it something I can do for the rest of my life? No. So what that mean? I'm gonna pick all the weight back up? No. I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna find something that works for me. Sugar fasting, tried that. But is it something I can do consistently? No. So I scrapped it. All those things got scrapped because they couldn't be sustainable. I couldn't sustain them. Now this current diet that I'm on right now, and I'm focusing on eating lower fat foods. I'm focusing on eating around my cycle, which has been super helpful. All of those things are great and they're sustainable, but that doesn't mean that it's easy just because it's sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, oh, well, then it should be easy for you. No, it's not easy. It makes it easier, but it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, at least I'm not going to starve myself today. But then when they're having donuts in the office, I'm not going to eat it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to eat some fruit or something like that. But that doesn't mean it's easy because, oh, everybody around me eating donuts and it's a trigger, but I'm not about to eat it. But it doesn't mean that it was easy for me to say, no, I'm not going to eat that donut, especially if they got something that I like there. So I'm glad you said that, Claudia, because some people don't realize that, man, this is not an easy journey. And then, like, as you mentioned, maintaining the weight loss after you lose it is a whole nother journey within itself. Because like I said, a lot of people gain the weight back and then they lose it, and then they gain the weight back and then they lose it. And I think that it's not ideal for me. One time is enough. I've already dealt with that one time. I don't want to deal with that again. Most of the time I have to say no to treats. It's not easy at all. Exactly. I've been working on increasing my steps. I've been working on moving more. It's not easy, especially when you have a lot of weight on your body. I think I had made a video before when I was talking about, it's like, okay, me going for a walk is like a normal sized person putting a 200-pound backpack on their back and walking. You feel what I'm saying? It's not easy to be walking around for no 10 minutes like that. I mean, I would like to see somebody be able to do a 30-minute walk like that, because it's just not easy. It's doable. It can be done, but it's not easy. So When people saying, "Oh, it's easy," no, it's not. But then it's also not easy to stay fat either. Like I'm just now able to buckle my seatbelts. But before that, I couldn't buckle my seatbelts, and I could have got pulled over. I could have gotten in a car accident. It could have been so many other things that happened. When I go to an airplane, I have to get an extended seatbelt. Like, that stuff's not easy either. So you got to pick which hard you want. You feel what I'm saying? And I'd rather be able to fit my seatbelt. I'd rather be able to go to games and be able to fit in the seats that they have at the basketball games, the football games, and stuff like that. There's so many different things that aren't easy being fat either. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to pick what they say, two lesser evils or whatever. You got to pick which one is, which hard are you going to do? Because both of them is hard. You feel what I'm saying? One is just harder than the other. And I think the one that's harder than the other is being fat. Like, to put it out there, I think being big is harder than losing weight. Yes, changing your mindset and changing your body and all that stuff is hard. It's a challenge. But I feel like staying in the mindset of being fat is harder. Especially when you've been big all your life. Of course, you're used to being that person, because that's been how you've been for all your life, especially if you were big when you was a kid. You feel what I'm saying? But that, even just because you was big when you was a kid and all your life, changing your identity is going to be hard because you're so used to that identity. But it's not harder than staying fat. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to stay fat than to change yourself to be better, because you are miserable being fat. You're not happy being fat. You're just not. Yolanda, hey girl. It's not easy to be a big person. Everybody's looking at you. People tease you. You feel awkward in different situations. That stuff is not easy to deal with. And especially when you have a choice to change it. So that's why I feel like, yes, sticking to this journey is not easy. But I've been doing it because I know what the alternative is, to stay fat for the rest of my life. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. I don't want to do that. That's the reason I'm doing the hard work and changing not just my way of eating, not just me moving more, but my mind around it, my mindset around losing the weight, my mindset about not being big and to lose the weight, get small, like changing my mindset around that, changing my mindset around food and what it's for, not to be as a crutch to feel better, not as something to use when I'm triggered. I'm using it as a way to fuel my body so I can move more. That's literally all it is. It's energy. It should not be a way to calm and soothe. You have to find other ways to do that. Healthy ways. I'm not saying go out and get drunk or nothing, but you have to find other ways, helpful ways, like meditation. I've been working more on that. Affirmations. I've been working more on that. Getting back into my writing, journaling, listening to music, taking a walk, stretching. Like, there's other ways to, when you're triggered, other outlets you can do that are healthier than just sitting there eating when you know you shouldn't be eating, when you know you're not hungry, when you know you shouldn't be eating some junk food. There's other things that you could do. And yes, that thought does come in your mind, and it is hard to readjust and be like, okay, no, I'm not gonna go out and get that pizza. I don't even watch food stuff on TV. Like, my kids was watching that junk. I'm not about to sit up here and watch no people trying all these different pizzas. They skinny as heck. Now, you know they didn't really eat them pizzas. You feel what I'm saying? But they all in a row eating a bunch of different pizzas. Why would I watch that? Knowing that I'm not about to be able to eat no pizza. I'm not doing that to myself. The kids, I just left them. I'm like, y'all can go ahead and watch that. But the mindset that it took for me to be like, you know what? I don't need to watch this and get up. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because the food looked good. But all that stuff is a challenge. It's a challenge. Oh, hey, Happy Sky, hey. Yolanda said, is the sugar diet helping with energy? So, I'm not doing sugar diet. I mean, I don't know. Is skeleton diet the sugar diet? Because Claudia says, yeah, I can't watch food shows either, especially baking, because I love desserts. Ooh, see? I love desserts too. The sugar diet, I think, is more, well, I don't really know. But I feel like the sugar diet, people consume a lot of sugar, but I'm not really sure, because I don't consume a lot of sugar, but I do eat like fruit, and I have smoothies and stuff like that. In my smoothies, I do put maple syrup, so I guess that part is sugar. But in reality, everything we eat turns into sugar. Vegetables, fruits, and all that. So, I don't know if I would say it's giving me more energy. I think it does, but that's another thing too. I'm glad you mentioned that. Who mentioned that? Yolanda. Um, because I need to work on my sleep. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've got the food down, I'm getting my movement in, but at this point, I feel like I need to get more sleep because my sleep is now I don't even get 5 hours of sleep, and it don't even be solid sleep. Like, I wake up in the night and get up, so I need to figure out what's going on in that routine of mine because sleep is the foundation for it all. You feel what I'm saying? Sleep is the foundation for it all. For you to eat better, for you to move more, like that's where the main source of energy come from is the sleep. And if you don't sleep good, then that's when people find that they binge eat, or should not say that, eat a lot more than they should because they're looking for some energy that they didn't get when they was asleep. You feel what I'm saying? So if you sitting up here not getting good sleep, you're likely going to be eating a bunch of junk thinking that you're going to get the energy you need when you really needed to get that sleep. I've been getting, Sky said, I've been getting migraines. I don't know why. You've been getting migraines from sugar dieting, or what are you currently doing? Leonda said, yes, I like skeleton diet. Yeah, I was talking about the fruit. Take some chamomile tea. Okay, I'm gonna get some chamomile tea. I got some magnesium too that I was taking during the day and at night, but it started giving me like headaches. So because my blood pressure is already low, like I have lower blood pressure, like it's usually like 105 or 109 over like 70 something. So it's already low, and then magnesium lowers your blood pressure more. So I have to like kind of watch that because it be giving me headaches. But I like eating fruit. Like that's the thing. Like me though, like I was doing skeleton diet, where it's tier 1, and then like tier 1 for breakfast, lunch, and then tier 3 for dinner. But I like to switch it more. I like to have like a hearty breakfast because, like, if I have a hearty breakfast, say I have like eggs, oatmeal, and like I don't know, sausage or something like that. If I have that for breakfast, I don't be hungry until like I don't know, later. And then like today I end up having watermelon, and then I'm gonna have some nectarines later. So I'm more so I feel like I could do T3 1-1. I think I may do it the other way because I like to have that early on, and then when I sleep. But see, the thing is, they said if you go to bed hungry, because I was watching Skeleton's video today, and him and his wife was talking about you don't want to go to bed hungry because then you ain't gonna get no good sleep. So I was thinking, okay, that's understandable too, but I like having the meal in the morning, like, cause I've kind of switched. Like, I don't know if y'all ever heard where they say you have eat like a king for breakfast, eat like a, I don't know, peasant for dinner or something like that. So basically your largest meal should be like in the morning because you're already out and you're already able to burn it off. You feel what I'm saying? As opposed to in the night when you don't really have the opportunity to burn it off because you finna go to bed, which I thought made sense because I'm moving around, taking the kids to school, doing stuff for my mom, working, stuff like that. So I can burn off that breakfast and breakfast calories a lot faster than at nighttime. If I eat, like, I'm eating tier 1, eating fruits for all day, and then at night I'm eating dinner, but then it's like, okay, I'm not burning it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see what you said. Yolanda said, rub some lavender essential oil on the bottom of your feet with a carrier oil. Oh, that should help you sleep. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, nice. Happy Sky said, I was fasting. I'm back to eating now, but I have headaches now. So, was you dry fasting or was you water fasting? Because fasting will bring up a lot of, like, different symptoms. I don't know if y'all could really see me the way I was. A lot of different symptoms, like detox symptoms, depending on how long you fasting. So it could have been part of that. I'm not really sure like how long you was fasting, but I know when I was dry fasting and not drinking no water and eating no food, like at first I would get headaches a little bit. And then I was having like major eczema issues and stuff like that too. So all that could be part of that dry fasting. And then it could be like, and then like once your body starts taking in food and stuff again, it has to get used to it, you know. So it's all a process, I think. um Yolanda said yes, that's what I was thinking about trying, tier 113. Yep. Yolanda said king for breakfast, queen for lunch, and popper for dinner. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. That's what it was. Sky said I dry fasted. Okay, well, yeah, if you dry fast, and especially if it's for some days, that's gonna be, you're gonna have some symptoms. That's just part of it because you're detoxing. I mean, especially if you haven't done it for a while. Because like I said, when I first did it, it was like that. So that's for sure. But in regards to me, like right now, I just been focusing on eating the foods that, like right now I'm in a follicular phase. I didn't even know that women had 4 phases. That's horrible that I didn't know that we all had 4 phases in our cycle a month. But now that I'm learning about it, there's certain foods that you should be eating during different phases. And so this phase, I've been having like watermelon, I've been having like turkey. There's different vegetables that I'm supposed to have, I guess. But you can still keep it low fat, and you can still, you know, make sure that it sticks to the guidelines of your diet. But just eat certain, like there's certain fruits and vegetables you should eat in different phases, which I did not know. So I've been doing that. Certain starches, like when you're in your luteal phase, which is right before like your PMS phase, it said to have pumpkin. And I was like, really? Like I went out and bought some, because it really just helps with I think it helps when it leads up to PMS. It helps your symptoms not be so much, because like I have PMDD. I have really, really bad symptoms 2 weeks ahead. But this past month was like a breeze. I couldn't believe how, like, I wasn't super irritable. I didn't have horrible cramps. I may have had cramps one day, or actually at one night. Like the way I've been eating and training and like having my body sync with this cycle, have my food sync with that cycle, I was amazed at how different everything was this month. So I'm gonna start talking more about that on my videos, because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait a minute, like I'm really out here not having horrible pain. I'm really out here not like ready to go off on everybody. Like it's been great. Shoot, I'm happy about it. Yolanda says I'm postmenopausal. Oh, I can't wait. I hear it's great. Well, I hear that comes along with its own issues as well, I guess. But I hear it's a lot easier, a lot easier than when you have your normal cycle. Sky says, so you've been losing weight? Yep, consistently. Yolanda said, I don't know what the heck to eat postmenopausal. I don't know. I would look into it, because only reason I found out about this is because I looked into it, like, because I was looking into like PMD symptoms and like what relieves those, and it was saying, you know, carb cycle syncing. Basically, just make sure you eat the foods for each cycle of the month. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start that. So I got this app on my phone called Lively, and a Lively app pretty much tells me what foods to be eating, and that's what I've been doing. I've been eating the foods from that the app suggests during different times, and it's been working thus far. It's been working really well. So you're mainly eating fruit and veggies and chicken? No, I eat whatever that app says for me to eat during that time. So if it says lean, it always says lean protein, but if it says poultry, then I'll get turkey and chicken. If it says beef, then I'll get lean ground beef. If it says, you know, black beans, I'll eat that. Like whatever, I'm just kind of following the app and then making sure that I keep track of what I'm eating and see what works, because like I don't have my gallbladder either, so some stuff may not agree with me as well. So I just be keeping a track on my tracker on my phone about what I'm eating, and that way I know, like, okay, this made me hold on to some water. Or that's why I feel like weighing myself every day has not been an issue for me, because I've been losing weight consistently, but it fluctuates because, you know, we have water weight, and we have, you know, as women, you know, our cycles cause the weight to fluctuate and stuff like that. But I also know that a lot of people weight fluctuate because during PMS, they sit up there and eat a bunch of junk. You know what I'm saying? Like people PMS and they eat, chips and they eat candy and they eat junk. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been I've noticed that since I've been sinking it and just kind of eating the foods that my body needs during that time, it's been good because those foods carry certain nutrients and certain nutrients are needed by your body at certain times of the month. And I had no idea. How at 41 am I just now finding this out? I'm teaching my daughter though because she's 15 and I feel it's good for her to know these things because I had no clue and I wish I would have known when I was her age, because this is like crazy to just now find this out. But if it's helping me, I want to help as many people as possible because it's amazing to find something that actually works, especially for people who suffer horribly during PMS week. And like mine usually lasts 2 weeks, so it's bad. Um but Yolanda, that's a good question because eventually I will be on menopause. I will be menopausal. But see, the thing is, they say menopause for women starts early. They say premenopause starts in the 30s, and people don't even be realizing it. So, I think that's a good thing to kind of look into early. I'll probably have to start checking that out and then put some videos out about that once I figure it out. Um. Wait, okay. So wait. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad it's helping you. Thank you, Yolanda. So, how's it going with your boo? I don't know. I mean, cool, I guess. We talk here and there, but like, I don't know. He's not in town. When you get in town, then we'll see what's up. Claudia said, that's great that you're teaching your daughter. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's really important that she knows what's going on with her body early because nobody taught me anything. I had to figure it out all on my own. So, hi. I had to figure it out all on my own. So now I'm teaching her too.
Teaching me what?
About eating healthy and how to do the cycle syncing.
Well, what thinking?
Syncing.
What?
Like the certain foods we eat at certain times. Yeah.
We're getting tacos. Girl, you cold.
I'm not cold. I'm fine.
Your arm is cold.
How's it? That's great that you're teaching your daughter. Okay, I am barely learning too, and I'm 43. Would have been nice to know back then. Exactly. I wish that I would have had somebody. Like we have so many apps now, like ChatGPT, Google, and all that crap. That wasn't going on when I was 15 and 16. So now it's like learning it all, learning now at an older age, which really sucks. But at least I have the resources and I'm using them. Like I could still I could still be out here ignorant, but at least I'm not being ignorant no more, and I'm trying to like get better and improve. Like I think that's really.
What do you do for a headache? Take Tylenol.
What?
It says, what do you do for a headache?
What do you guys do for a headache?
Take Tylenol.
I take Motrin, or Tylenol, like my daughter said. Drink a lot of water too. I don't know what your water intake been like, but when you drive fast, you can be very dehydrated. So, I would say eat a lot of like hydrating fruits like watermelon, cantaloupe, or any type of melon. Eat a lot of that. Eat salad, like hydrating foods. Drink coconut water because it has electrolytes in it you may be lacking in, especially I don't know how long you was fasting for, but drink coconut water. And that's what I would suggest. Let's see. Right, wait, let me see. Okay. Right, Claudia, I'll be 59. We're still young. Yolanda said facts. Yes, darling. Yeah, we are still young. Don't count us out. We not old yet. We is still young. Okay, we is still young. But the thing is, we're not going to be young and dumb. We're going to be young and smart. And I want to make sure my kids is young and smart too. Because like I said, it's easy to sit there and ignore things for so long. But, after a while, it's like, come on, we got to figure it out. We got to make it work for us. Because ain't nobody going to hand nothing to us. We got to go out and get it ourselves and figure it out ourselves. I got to put my phone on the charger. So, yeah. charger is right here. There we go. We can still learn. Exactly. There's no point in my life where I want to stop learning. I don't care how old I am. There's no point in my life where I want to stop learning. I feel like I should be able to learn at any age. At any age. Even when I'm, shoot, I don't know, 50, 60, 70. There's so much in this world to learn that we ain't ever going to learn it all before we gone. So I want to keep on learning, especially about my body. If I can learn more and more about my body and the things that make it work and the things that help it work and make it better, excuse me, then that's what I want to do. So that's why I'm happy that I've been doing more research on what women's bodies need, food wise, exercise wise, because it even on this app, it even tells you like during this time of the month you can do more strenuous exercises, because you'll have more energy. And then more like during the menstrual phase, it suggests like more like Pilates and stretching, because you don't have as much energy, but these type of stretches will still be good to keep you moving. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just really trying to focus on that, because half my life is gone. Like, let's be real. You feel what I'm saying? Half my life is gone, and I feel like I wasted half of it doing things that weren't benefiting me. You know what I mean? I wasted half my life with people that didn't benefit me, and things and places that didn't benefit me. So at this point, I feel like I need to just focus on me and what works for me, because a lot of stuff out here, a lot of just like, I just gotta keep me healthy, my mental space, my physical space, spiritual space. I gotta keep it healthy, and if it's not, then I can't even deal with it. Let me see. Yolanda said, absolutely. Do you still follow Cole? I feel you, Eve. Do I follow Cole like on YouTube? I have not been watching him. So no, I don't know what he got going on. I have no idea. Claudia said, yes, we need to learn from past mistakes. Absolutely. I feel like I've made so many mistakes. And even recently, like in my life, like dealing with people, you feel what I'm saying, that I should not have been dealing with. Like, I feel like there's been mistakes even currently that I've made. Friendships that I shouldn't have made, that were not beneficial for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just been a lot of stuff I've learned this year. And just in the years, like, I feel like every year I learn something new about me and about people in general. So, at this point, I'm just like, I don't care about what nobody else got going on. As far as their journeys and what they doing, okay, that's cool. But, like, if I find that what they got going on is, like, not resonating with me or what I'm doing, then that's cool. Let them do them and I'm gonna do me. But I gotta really make sure I gotta do me, because I got 2 kids to take care of. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta take care of my mama. So I gotta prioritize me and my health and what works for me, because I can't stay stagnant. Like, I'm almost 60 pounds down this year, and I feel like I should be ahead of that. But because I was like allowing other stuff to come into my life and distract me or take me away from my focus, then I'm not where I feel I should be this year. You feel what I'm saying? Because my goal was 10-pound loss a month. You feel what I'm saying? And I did not do that because I was getting distracted with other people and other things, and like the shiny object syndrome. And that's what I'm not doing no more. I'm not doing that. I'm sticking to what works for me and doing my own research and investigating what I feel is best for myself. And then I share it, and people can take it or they cannot take it, but I'm sharing my journey, and that's what I'm doing. But I'm not gonna get distracted by what people are saying, because obviously they don't be knowing what they talking about. So I'm just focused on what works for me, researching, reading, studying about women's health, about women's weight loss, about hormones and all the things that go along with it, so I can help me. You feel me? And then I share it, and it can maybe help some other women. Yolanda said, oh, okay, cool. Well, that's a good thing. 60 pounds. Go ahead, boo. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Almost 60 pounds. I'm like 2 pounds away from being down 60 pounds. And I'm excited about that, because I feel like my weight fluctuated horribly between May, June, and July. And now August, I finally reeled it back into what I need to do for my body. So my body is in a good place again. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not going to put it through a bunch of junk no more. I'm just going to stay consistent with giving it what it needs when it needs it, focusing on more movement, exercising, not crazy exercising, but like gentle movement, until at least I drop more weight. Then I can get into more strenuous exercise, but I don't want to stress my body out. I don't want high cortisol to cause me to hold on to weight. I don't want nothing that can cause me to hold on to weight. So I've been really focusing on keeping my cortisol low, and now I'm focusing on getting better sleep because my sleep has been horrible. And I know it's because I've been like really stressed out just in general, but that stuff affects your sleep. So I've been like at night just journaling, listening to affirmations, praying, like really just trying to focus on just relaxing my body and my mind so that I can sleep through the night. You know what I mean? Because me, I'll wake up in the night and I cannot go back to sleep for at least an hour thinking about stuff, and I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all ever experience like you just like wake up and it's like all these thoughts rushing through your head, and it's like you don't even want to think about it? And my dreams be vivid, so I could have a crazy dream and wake up and be thinking about it. So it's like I don't want that crap. I don't want that. That's why I'm like I need to clear my space. I need to clear my mind from all this junk that's been accumulating, because I feel like there's a lot on my mind and there's a lot I want to say to certain people, but I'm just like I'm letting it go, and I'm just like saying forget it, but it's still in my mind, it's still in my heart, it's still on me, because there was no closure. Like I didn't get to close the situation with various people that I feel I want to tell off. I want to tell people about themselves, but me being a peace maintainer, I'm trying to keep the peace with people and trying to just move on. You feel what I'm saying? I take accountability, and I give myself the peace, basically saying, hey, you put yourself in that situation, you took yourself out that situation, and that's the accountability that you need to know. What red flags do you identify the next time something like that happens, so you can avoid falling into these type of traps again? Um, Yolanda, praying for you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Claudia says, I have to sleep with the TV on or a timer. It's bad, but I have too many thoughts. Man, I feel you. Don't forget to get the lavender oil. Yes, I'm going to get the lavender oil because I'm going to do that. And the chamomile tea. I'm going to do that too because, yeah, I want to be able to get some good night's sleep. I don't want to wake up with all these thoughts in my head. I don't like that. And, yeah, so, but I know that I'm doing good. I know that I'm sticking to it. Like, for me to have, since January 20th, I've been staying so consistent with just what my focus is this year. And I'm proud of myself for that, because a lot of people don't. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't. People make a goal and a plan, and then 1 month in, they just fail. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all these people who do New Year's resolutions and all that stuff, like, where are they now? You feel what I'm saying? Like, they don't stick to it. And I said, this year, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stick to whatever my goal is, whatever my plan is. I'm sticking to it. Because over time, I will get the results. Even if it's not right away, over time, I will get the results. Over time, you can either get results, or over the time, you can stay stagnant and be in the same place you was in the beginning of the year. So over time, I've gotten results because I stayed consistent instead of staying stagnant and not losing the doggone pound. You know what I'm saying? Because that could have been an option too. I could have just been like, man, forget it. This is hard, and just stopped. But then I would have been still in the same place I was in January. But I'm far from that place I was in January. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm happy that I'm far from that place I was in January. Because that means that I actually have been taking it serious every single month and prioritizing myself every single month. And I feel like prioritizing yourself isn't as easy as people think. Self-care is like a real thing, because if you don't take care of yourself, you will let everything and anything get in the way of your personal journey, and you won't ever move nowhere outside of what you thought you wanted. You'll never get there. That's just the thing. And I don't think people understand. You'll never get there if you just don't ever put the focus on you. Yes, I have kids. Yes, I have my mom. Yes, I have work. But I always make sure I don't forget about me. You know what I'm saying? And what I need to do and what I need to focus on. Because if I don't, then I'm lost in the sauce, and I'm always taking the back burner, and nothing ever changes for me. And I've done that too many years. You feel what I'm saying? Too many years. I've done that. I'm not doing it no more. It's all about me. And when I feel like something else or someone else or something is taking more precedence than me outside of God, then no, I can't do that. Sorry. I got a whole family to take care of. I have to make myself I have to make myself priority. Because if I don't prioritize myself, I can't take care of nobody else. And I keep reiterating that to myself because I be forgetting. I forget. Especially when stuff going on. I forget. Oh, shoot, what about me? Like, that's what I said in my last video. Make sure you eat throughout the day. It'll be so busy in my life, I'll forget to eat. And then next thing you know, I'm eating everything in the nighttime. No. Prioritize myself. I make sure I have my meals planned. I make sure that I have my breakfast. I make sure that I make sure that I'm putting Evelyn first. And then everything else. Only thing I put first before me is God. I get up and I pray. That's the first thing. And then after that, it's me. And that's it. Let me see what y'all said. That's the key. Don't forget about you. Yeah, exactly, Yolanda. Don't forget about you. Because everybody else is going to forget about you. Please believe me. Everybody else is going to forget about you. Ain't nobody going to ask about you. Ain't nobody going to say, did you eat today? Ain't nobody going to make your food. Ain't nobody going to check in on you. Ain't nobody going to say, did you get a walk-in? Nobody going to say, how was your sleep? Nobody but you is finna do that. Nobody but you. And if you leave it up to other people to do it, you're going to be very disappointed because nobody's about to do it. So, that's why I said, not this year. Beach bum, hey. Hello, Evelyn. Amen. God first and then take care of you. Yes, thank you, beach bum. Exactly. Yolanda said facts, 100%. Exactly. I like when people have that saying, nobody's coming to save you. Because nobody's coming to save you. They're not. They're not coming to save you. God gives you everything you need to save yourself. He gives you everything you need to save yourself. Now, if you do it, that's your choice. But he gives us everything we need to take care of ourselves. If we choose to give all those resources to someone else and not take care of ourselves, can't say he didn't give it to us. And that's what I learned. And I keep learning. I keep learning it every single day. Because I'm just the type of person that always prioritizes everybody else and so concerned about everybody else. That's just how I've always been. But it's not been a good thing. It's been detrimental to me. You feel me? Over time, it's been detrimental to me because then it's like I'm always last. I'm never first. I'm always last. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Like the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. But you can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself. So therefore, you have to love yourself. That's why God said that. He had Jesus come tell us we got to love ourselves before we love anybody else. Yeah, love your neighbor as yourself. You have to love yourself. And to love yourself means, yes, sometimes you need to go to bed at 8 o'clock and say, good night, everybody. I'm not about to be on the phone. Sometimes you got to put your phone on Do Not Disturb and tell, and oh, well, somebody calls, oh, well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to say, hey, I'm not going to take y'all to go out to eat. I cooked. We're going to eat whatever I made. It's a lot of things where it's just telling people no and putting yourself first. All that stuff, it just adds up over time to where it starts to become a habit. Now, it's not quite a habit yet, but it's getting there for me. It's getting there. I'm almost there. But it takes time to get there, especially when you're so used to a life full of just being everybody's point person and being everybody's, go-to. Like, it takes time to get to the point where you're like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that no more. Helping everybody with their problems and listening to everybody's problems and always being there. Like, you just realize, nah, I can't do it. Faith MDS, hey, beautiful lady. Hey, Faith, how's it going? Welcome. So, yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. That's why I said this journey is not easy, because that all of what I just said is required on this journey. Prioritizing yourself over everybody else except God is priority. It's got to be you and God like this, and then everybody else comes after that. And that's why this journey don't work if you don't do that. If you keep on putting everybody else ahead of you, you will not lose the weight. You will not reach the goal. You just won't do it. It won't happen because you won't have time for yourself to eat. You won't have time to meal prep. You won't have time to eat breakfast. You won't have time to go work out. You won't have time. God give us all the same 24 hours in a day. But how we use it is on us. And if we constantly prioritizing everybody else and doing everything for everybody else, then that's on us. That's on us. Faith said, you are so right, on point. Yeah, thank you. It's on us. And I've just learned that that's, even in like with relationships, friendships, family, Nobody is going to put you as a priority the way you can put you as a priority. So, there's been times that I've been out with somebody and I clearly told them that I was not eating certain foods or not eating a certain way, and they still took us to a specific restaurant that didn't have nothing I could eat. I never went out with that person again. Because I gotta prioritize myself. I mean, yeah, it's nice to hang out and everything, but you just totally disregarded what I said. I'm not gonna disregard what I say ever. So if I say I can't eat this certain way, we need to go somewhere else, and you just disregard it and just do whatever you want, cool. You're free to do that. But I'm also free to say I don't want to go out with you no more, because you couldn't even find a place or allow me to look for a place to where we both could enjoy. That takes work. That is why this journey is not easy. That's an example. Yolanda said, well, 60-pound weight loss is saying you're showing up for yourself. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you. It's no easy journey, I'm telling you. But neither is being fat and miserable. It's not easy either. It's literally not. Being in pain. Like, I'm so glad. My knee pain is like, I have arthritis in my knees, but I have not even been in pain. I have been good. I've been able to walk. I've been able to move. I've been able to get more steps in, because 60 pounds is a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's not there. It's not pressuring my body no more. It's gone. So the pain has decreased. My inflammation has decreased. It barely comes. It barely shows up. All that stuff is hard to live with. So yes, it's hard to be fat too, but you gotta just pick your hard. The journey is hard, or being fat is hard. I've been fat all my life. I'm done with that hard. I'm looking for another hard now, and it's this journey. It's not easy, but I'm just doing it. I'm sticking to it. Happy Sky said, this is a self-love journey. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is a self-love journey, because you find out that you really didn't love yourself enough to even take care of yourself the way you should have. You were putting everything and everybody ahead of your own personal needs. You needed to eat healthy, but you put everybody else ahead of you and just always was grabbing junk because you didn't have time to cook, because you was out here trying to help everybody else. Well, nobody was at home cooking for you. No one was out there looking for you to get you no good food to eat. Nobody was like, oh, maybe you should go home and get some sleep. You have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? You need to do that. Somebody will be on the phone and they'll be on the phone with you for hours knowing you're supposed to go to bed. Somebody did this to me. I told them, look, I got to be up at 5 a.m. And it was already like almost 12 o'clock in the midnight. Did they care? No, they just want to keep on talking about I need to sacrifice for them to talk to them. We already been talking for over an hour. Why do I need to sacrifice my sleep to talk to you any longer? I have to cut them off. And that's another part of the journey. Cutting people off is hard. It's hard. It's necessary, though. Cutting people off is necessary. Stop associating with people that you are consider a friend or whatever is hard. But when you see that they're detrimental to your journey, it's mandatory. And that's hard. That makes the journey hard. Let me see. Yolanda said, that's wonderful. I need to get on my journey as well. I have to lose 100 plus pounds. Yolanda, you can do it. You can do it. Just start prioritizing yourself. Yolanda Grace said, selfish people. Yeah. People are selfish. They don't care. They don't care. And that's why you have to get selfish with yourself. And don't care. Like, literally, selfish with you and not care. I've had to tell my mom, I don't want to go there and eat. I've had to tell my mom, no, I'm not coming over there. I've been working all week. Maybe we can do it tomorrow. Like, putting up those boundaries is hard. But it's part of the journey. It's part of it. And it's, it's hard to let people go that you've been friends with. But when you see that people aren't really trying to change or be better, like they say, you like the 5 people that you're around the most. You take on their energy, whatever the 5 people you are around the most. If you're around somebody who's always complaining, If you're around somebody who's always sad and like upset, but they're not trying to change, like there's nothing wrong with being sad and upset. We all get there, but if they're not solution oriented, they don't have no drive to get out of their situation. They're not even trying to get out of their situation. You know what I'm saying? After a while, it brings you down. And it makes you feel frustrated, especially if you're empathic like me. I like it's like I take other people's stuff on, and I don't even be wanting to, but it's hard not to. That's why I had to like social media could be one of those 5 things that's affecting you. You know what I'm saying? Like being on social media and seeing all the stuff that's going on. Like you literally gotta cut out everything that messes with your mind or triggers you, because that mess is no joke. It will literally consume you, and then next thing you know, you getting ice cream, you eating pizza because you stressed out about something that didn't even have nothing to do with you. No, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. Keep your life narcissist free, but it's draining. Yes, Yolanda, yes, it is draining. And Happy Sky, yes, keep your life narcissist free. Yes. I mean, it's draining because people will drain your energy so bad. People will drain your energy so bad because they need it. You feel what I'm saying? They need your energy because you're a light. You're a light to their life. They're not a light to your life, but you a light to theirs. So they, of course, they're going to drain that energy. But you need to surround yourself with people who are lights in your life. They encourage you. They motivate you. Even if they don't do it directly, they do it with their journey. They do it with the way they do things, with their goals, with their aspirations, with their hard work. You feel what I'm saying? Those is the people that you need to have around you. Because that's motivating to see somebody else doing something that you know you want to do. Whether it's getting more money, whether it's getting a different job, whether it's losing weight, whether it's being a good husband and wife, a couple, whatever it is, being a good parent, you know, whatever it is that they're good at, and it's something that you see that you want to do too. That's a great role model, and they will encourage you and motivate you to do better and to be better. But when you're around somebody who's always talking about what they want to do, and they don't even take the first step to do it, well, is you going to take the first step, or is you going to keep on saying the same thing over and over too? Like, you guys got to see. That's what I'm saying. And it's lonely. The journey is lonely, y'all. It's lonely. Because, like, you just got to cut people off left and right. As you see that, as you going through the journey, you meet people and they seem cool and then they really ain't cool, and you just got to keep moving. You feel what I'm saying? And it's hard. But it's necessary and it's mandatory, and I'm finna keep on doing it. Claudia said, so true. I always feel better when I stay away from too much social media. Exactly. Same here, because that crap will have you in a whirlwind, a spiral downward. I don't need it. I can be depressed on my own. You feel me? I can be stressed on my own. I can be anxious on my own without that. I don't need that. And I don't need the pressure and stress of nobody else either. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I already have 2 kids I gotta take care of. And my mama. You feel what I'm saying? And myself. That's enough. I don't need to. If I don't have any friends, fine, I don't care. Because I'm not going to allow anybody to take me off track. I already have enough going on that can divide my attention. I'm not doing that. So I'd rather be alone on the journey than not be on it. Happy Sky said, yourself, because no one else will. Yeah. No one else is going to love you like you. And I feel like the more you do love yourself, and the more you do take care of yourself, and the more you do put yourself first, you start attracting people who do the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? When you're down in the dumps and you're always depressed and you're stressed and you're just eating, you're just doing whatever, you attract people that's like that too. You feel what I'm saying? You attract people who are going to treat you the way you treat yourself, is what I'll say. If you treat yourself horribly, everybody that around you is going to do the same thing to you. It's just a fact. But if you treat yourself good and you make yourself a priority and other people see that, you will deter the rats. I call them rats because that's what they is. They some gutter rats. You will deter all of that, and you actually get some quality people in your life. Because they going to see you put yourself as a priority, and you're a quality person too. When people see you're a quality person, they're gonna be like, okay, she don't play. She don't even. Yeah, I'm not even picking up my phone. It says do not disturb. There's, do you know there's people who called me more like my phone says do not disturb. If somebody's phone say do not disturb, I don't disturb it. If I text them and I see that, I'll be like, okay, whatever. If I call and it goes straight to the voicemail, okay, because it says do not disturb. People have called me back to bypass the do not disturb. You ain't my friend. Is something wrong with you? Are you dying? Are you in the hospital? Are you in? Is it an emergency? No, you just wanted to bypass do not disturb so you could talk to me after it said do not disturb. You are not my friend. You are not my friend. Bye. Because I needed sleep and you decided to keep on calling, and now I can't even get back to sleep. That's not a friend. That's not somebody I want in my life, because they're not prioritizing me, and that's okay. But I prioritize me. And if I said that I don't want to be disturbed right now, I don't want to be disturbed. After a certain time, my phone is on do not disturb because I try to stay off electronics. I try to do my Bible read. I try to do my writing and just stay off electronics, because they say if you stay off electronics at least an hour before sleep, or I think an hour or 2 hours before sleep, it helps your mind to unwind. You know what I mean? But if somebody's blowing up my phone despite the fact that I got that on, what the heck? And you care about me? Nah, you don't. You care about you and your agenda and why you even and what you want. You don't care about me. So that means that I need to just let that go. And I'm sorry, but a lot of people don't do it. They keep on answering the phone. They keep on catering to these people who don't cater to them. And then they wonder why they fat and they broke and they alone and they miserable. Well, it's because you don't prioritize yourself. It's because that's exactly why everybody is gravitating toward you, because they feel like they can use you, they can take advantage of you, because you ain't finna do nothing, because you don't even care about yourself. And that is the problem. You need to care about yourself. You need to set those boundaries. You need to shut people down. You will easily get rid of the people that don't need to be around and start attracting the people that do. But it's taken me a long time to get to this point. I said I'm 41 years old and I'm just now getting to this point. And this year I've still had to learn more about it and learn how to be more discerning. It is not easy, but it's necessary if I'm going to be successful. Sky said that's a lack of respect. Exactly. And if you let people disrespect you, then that means you don't respect yourself. And then they're going to keep disrespecting you. Because like it says, you give somebody an inch, they're going to take a mile. What you permit, you promote. You let them do that mess after you already had do not disturb on, after you already told them that you go to bed at a certain time, and you let them, then that means that they think you're a joke. You're a fool, and they're going to keep on playing you like that. And that's why I've had to learn to stop letting people treat me like that. Stop. Stop. Faye says, you are very strong. Love your way of thinking. Thank you, Faye. Thank you. Claudia says, I have no friends. I'm done letting people take advantage of me. Thank you, Claudia. Same. I'm not letting people take advantage of me. I'm not letting people use me. I'm not letting people play me. I'm not letting nobody do none of that. Because I have to put me first. I have to lose this weight. I have to get healthy. And I need to work on me and my mindset and my mental capacity. And I can't do that with people disrespecting me, taking advantage of me. I can't do that. So I've let people go. Family, friends, acquaintances, relationship, job. I changed my job last year. Because I'm not going to let nobody disrespect me. Period. Coaches, trainers, all that. I can't. Friends, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I have to have, like they say, a standard. A certain standard that I need to uphold for myself. Because God holds us to standards. So why shouldn't we hold other people to standards? There's nothing wrong with it. It's necessary. Sky says, same here. I have no friends. I can never find a friend that is good to me, that is as good to me as I am to them. I've had that same issue. I've had that same issue. Even just recently, I've had that same issue. And it's okay. Because it just shows me how good of a person I am. But it also shows me how weak of a person I am to allow people to do me like that. And that I still got some work to do. I still got work to do. On me. On myself. Hey, brown sugar. Hey. I still got work to do on myself. Because I should not be allowing anybody to treat me any kind of way. I should not allow people to play me. I should not allow people to disrespect me. And like I said, it takes time to cut people off and to say, I'm not dealing with that. But it's necessary if you want to be successful. It's crazy how much you have to change. It's not just changing what you eat. It's not just changing how much you move around. You got to change so much more to be successful. You got to change the people you're around. You got to change the way people treat you. You got to change what you allow. You got to change who you contact and who you be around. You got to change so much. It is not just the food. You got to change your mindset. You got to change how you think about stuff. You got to change. It's not just the food, y'all. It's not just the food. It's not just the exercise and the hormones and all this crap. It's so much mental stuff you got to deal with. You got to focus on. Because, yeah, you can eat good, but then you can have friends that don't. And then you always hanging out with them. And then you always messing up. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed up. No, you didn't mess up. You chose to go out with them friends. You chose to let them people be your acquaintances. You chose to kick it with them and hang out and knowing that they didn't care about nothing you had going on. So you did not want to lose the weight. That's just real talk. Because you put them ahead of you and your goals. Because you're the fat one. So they're always going to invite you out to eat. I learned that quick. I had friends that always invited me out to eat. But they wasn't inviting me out to other events. Why? Because I was fat? But anytime it's time y'all want to go eat, y'all calling me? No. Don't call me at all. Period. Don't call me at all. Because I'm not coming out to eat either. I'm not coming with y'all nowhere. I got to focus on myself. And that's hard. That's why I said this journey is hard. Because that's not easy to just, like I said, to be alone, to be like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to go with them. I'm going to cook my food. It's not easy. So when people say, well, I don't see why you say it shouldn't be hard to lose weight. It shouldn't be, but it is. Because there's more to it than the food. And that's what people don't talk about. They don't talk about it's more to it than the food. It's about your mindset. It's about the people you have around you. It's about what you allow. It's about your boundaries that you have with yourself and others. It's a lot. And I'm still learning. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, the learning never stops. Like, I learn something every day. And I think that's why I'm really upset. Because, like, this past couple weeks, I've really been seeing stuff. And I'm just like, this is messed up. You feel what I'm saying? But it's nothing I can do about it. It's just a lesson learned. You learn your lesson, you move on. The only downside is if you don't learn the lesson. And that's why I feel like in my life, there's so many times that I didn't learn the lesson. And that's why it kept coming back in different ways, in different forms, in different shapes. Because I wasn't getting the point. But I got it now, though. But sometimes it takes longer for people to get the point. Sometimes it takes longer for us to learn the lesson. That's why it keeps getting brought to our door every time we turn around. Because we didn't learn the lesson the first 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 times. So God's telling us, hey, you need to get this, or it's just gonna keep on happening. And that's fine, because that's the lessons that we need to learn, obviously. Faith says God will keep giving us the lesson until we have learned. Exactly. And I feel like the lessons come in different ways because it's a test to see if you learned. And if you didn't learn, you're going to fail and be in the same situation all over again. And you'd be like, dang, wasn't I just in this situation? Yeah, you was. And you failed. Try again next time. So, that's why I said, this is not an easy feat. This is not an easy feat at all. But I'm learning as I go. And I'm just glad I have, like, you guys here. And I'll be talking to y'all. But, like, this whole journey is more than this food. Because there's so many triggers outside of the food. Like my job, people that I'm around talking to, or whatever the case, that could trigger me to want to eat something I don't need to be eating. And it's just the mindset of me changing what I've done for so long, which is emotional eat. You feel what I'm saying? Emotional eating ain't even an option no more. That means I have to deal with the emotions as they come and work through them, because I can't emotional eat no more. Is that something that they be blocking on here? Emotional eat? Well, whatever. Because I'm not supposed to be eating food that I'm not supposed to be eating. Put it like that. Because most of the time, people go and eat for comfort because they going through something. But now you have to realize, how do I avoid going through something that's going to cause me to emotional eat? That's the hard part. What triggered me to want to emotional eat, and what can I do to get rid of that? And the answer may not be the nicest, but it's the necessary one. Brown Sugar said, my ex-boyfriend was Nigerian. I started eating their food. It has palm oil. Don't eat it. Stick to your way of eating, everybody. Don't let boyfriends or girlfriends change it. Thank you. Thank you. I just was talking about that. How somebody took me somewhere. I said, okay, I was only eating a certain way. They didn't care what I said. They still went into where they wanted to go. And that was that. Yolanda said, I wish all you beautiful ladies the best. Goddess, have a good night's sleep until we meet again. Peace, love, and blessings. Thank you, Yolanda, for being here with us. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and we love you too. But yeah, that's exactly right, Brown Sugar. That's what I'm saying. And when something triggers me, now I'm like writing about it. I've been learning, like, I need to journal about this. What triggered me to want to eat off plan? What triggered me to want to eat after I had already ate? What was it? And really assessing what it was. If it was a person, a place, a thing, whatever. Really assessing what it was, and how can I eliminate that so it don't happen again. And that's the hard part of the journey, is doing that. Because see, the thing is, most people don't really worry about what the issue is. They just go eat. But see, now you can't just go eat. You really have to assess the situation and figure out what the problem is, and then go fix it. And that takes work. Deep work. Claudia said, I always tell my husband there's food at home. Yeah, there is food at home. There is food at home. That's what I be telling my kids. There's food at home. Especially when I'm cooking. Like cooking. And I'm always cooking because I want to meal prep and make sure that I have food available. I don't ever want to not have food available for me to eat, because that's when I start looking for something else. So I always gotta have a pot of rice cooked. Always gotta have some type of meat cooked, whether it's some chicken or something. Always gotta have some vegetables steamed up. Always gotta have some fruit in the fridge. Always gotta have that stuff in there. So they can't never say there's nothing to eat, because they'll be quick to say, Mom, ain't nothing to eat. Oh, it is. It is food in there, because I've made sure I've prepped food. Now just go heat it up. He likes eating out, but respects that I would rather eat at home. Well, you got you a good one. Because some really don't care. But he's there to support you in your goal. And that's key. That's important. That's a major important key in a relationship with anybody. You want them to make sure that they support you and they support your goals. Any relationship. I'm not just talking about, she mentioned her husband, but any relationship, friendship, family, personal, they should be there to encourage you to be the best you. If they see that you want to make changes and you're actively working towards those changes, they're not going to throw no monkey wrench in there. That's not somebody who cares about you. They're going to be like, what do you need from me? You want to go get a salad? Or what can you eat? Do you want to cook at the house? What do you want to do? Go for a walk? Like, they're going to be there to motivate you. Because, see, that's the energy that I need around me. And I haven't found it. I have not found it. That's why I don't have friends and stuff. Because I find that people don't really want you to be better. They don't want you to improve. They want to see you fall. They want to see you fail. They want to see you stagnant. They want to see you stay the same. Because they is. It's like the crabs in the barrel. They ain't doing no better, than why would they want to see you doing better? Brown Sugar said that's on point. Claudia said, so I tell him to enjoy it when he goes without me. We don't mind. It works for us. See, that's good. Sky said, can we talk about what some healthy options are for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? In the group I posted, I believe I posted in the group, but it was like a recipe from Mayo Clinic, and it had so many recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they were all low fat. So I will put that back in the group, but it was like a link to so many different recipes. Because, I mean, like I said, there's plenty of things you can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I named a few of them. I said turkey breast, chicken breast. You can have that for lunch, dinner. You can throw it on a salad. You can do steamed vegetables. You can do eggs. I do eggs mixed with egg whites to make it more voluminous. You can have, potatoes, mashed potatoes. You can roast your potatoes. You can have rice. I mean, you can have shrimp. I mean, there's so many different things you can have. It's just how you put it together. Brown Sugar said, if I was still dating that guy, I'd be in the hospital. Oh my goodness, see? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no, you can have oatmeal, you can have fruit. I have that for breakfast sometimes too. But you're right. I started drinking alcohol when I was with him. And see, that's the thing. Like, I quit drinking. I haven't drunk at all this year. The whole entire year I have not drunk anything. And not like I was an alcoholic or anything, but my friends want to go out and have drinks. I'm having drinks. We're going to get bottles and this and that. But how is that going to help me on a weight loss journey? Like, that's not going to help me. That's not about to help me. That's going to hurt me because it slows your metabolism and it's a lot of empty calories. Why would I want to go out with somebody to drink? And why would somebody invite me out for drinks and they know good and doggone well that I'm on a journey to improve my health? You feel what I'm saying? So the last person I was talking to, they try to keep it like under wraps, but I found out that they would drink a lot. Like, every time we hung out, the person needed a drink or was about to go get a drink or gonna make a drink before we left. Why are you drinking so much? Like, it's a freaking Sunday. Like, even if you're off tomorrow, like, why are you drinking? And smoked too. I don't want to talk to nobody that smoke. Like, anything. I don't want you to smoke anything and be with me. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you don't care about your health. You don't care about yourself. So you for sure ain't finna care about mine. That's not something I'm, and no offense to somebody who does any of that, but that's just not in my health regimen. Drinking, smoking, all that stuff is not going to get me to my goal no faster. It's going to slow down my progress. And somebody who does it is likely going to slow down my progress because they're going to feel like I'm doing too much when I'm really just doing what I should for myself. Because I got that a lot. Well, you always trying to eat healthy. You always want to go and try to work out. Yeah. And see, the last time, when I was on my health journey the first time and I lost all that weight, a lot of people were hating on it and like, well, how come you always working out? Or how come you don't invite me to go out? Or how come, and it was like, I was getting all this backlash. And so I was just like, well, forget it. And then I gained weight back. Do they care? No. I'm the one stuck with the weight gain, not them. They could care less. Where they at now? Nowhere to be found. So that's why I said, no. Cut it off. Sky said, Mr. and Mrs. Skeleton are couple goals. Yes, definitely. They very much support each other. And I love that. I love how supportive they are of one another. And each other reaching goals. Like, common goals. Like, that's really encouraging. Brown Sugar said, let's put our foot down and not tolerate those folks who will negatively try to influence us. Let's love ourselves. Exactly. Exactly, Brown Sugar. Let's love ourselves enough to tell people no. Let's love ourselves enough to tell people bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to deal with you no more. Bye. No, I don't want to go out. No, I don't. Like, let's really love ourselves enough, because we deserve that. Everybody wants to find couple goals. Everybody wants to have the ideal body. Everybody wants to have money and all this, but are the people you around, are they also on that same mindset? Because if they not, you're not getting there. You're not getting there. You're not getting there. Thumbs up if you agree. You're not getting there. If you have goals where you want to drop weight, but everybody else around you could care less, you're not going to get there. If you have goals to increase your income and everybody else is stagnant and cool where they at, you're not going to get there. You're just not going to get there. Because people don't care. And people don't like to see others excel, especially when they ain't excelling. Like, if they're not moving up and they're not going up and they're not improving, they're not gonna wanna do that. They're not gonna want to do that. I'm telling you, they're not. They're gonna make you feel bad for you doing what you're doing for yourself. They're gonna make you feel bad in some type of way, shape, or form about what you're doing, when all you're doing is improving yourself and being better. They're gonna find a way to sabotage you. It's unfortunate, but when you see that, that's a red flag that this person needs to go. They should not be in your life no more. And that's the hard part. Because what if they've been in your life for a long time? What if they've been in your life for a short period of time, but they were really influential and you thought they were nice and they was kind and they was cool, and then they really wasn't? Well, too bad. Let it go. Do the hard work so that you can benefit from it later. Brown Sugar say yes to good, clean food and good, clean fun. Exactly. Brown Sugar, Claudia Faith, thumbs up, yes. People will sabotage you to keep you. Yeah. They will sabotage you to keep you down. That's what I've noticed. People will sabotage you to keep you down because they don't want you to do no better than them. But the thing is that it doesn't even have to be a competition. Let's work together. Let's elevate together. Let's do better together. Why do you have to try to keep me down when I'm trying to build you up? We both could be built up. We all could be built up. Why is that not the goal? Why is it some people see somebody trying to do better and they got to bring them down instead of thinking, okay, she actually owns something. Let me see if I can do, if I can do that. But no, that's not how people think. And that's why I said it's hard, because then it's like, dang, man, I can't be around this person like that no more. This person isn't my friend. And when you realize that, it's hard, because like who wants to cut someone off? I don't. I hate cutting people off because I'm not a mean person. But then you have to realize it's not being mean. It's not being mean. It's being loving to yourself. It's being careful. It's being, I don't know, what's the word? Safe for yourself. Because then people mean you no good. They mean you harm. If someone doesn't want to see you win, they mean you harm. They're not safe to be around. Brown Sugar said, my other cousin is like that. If you lost weight, she will take you out and buy you cinnamon buns and junk food. She try to sabotage you on purpose. Yep. Happy Sky said, we were probably raised to cater to other people and to put other people first and not to think about our needs. Which is true. Because I was Love your neighbor as yourself. I kept getting that. But the thing about it that they kept forgetting to mention was you have to love yourself to love your neighbor. See, because I came from a really religious background. And I feel like when you're in a really, really religious background, the woman is always supposed to cater to everyone else's needs. Everyone. Parents, other people in general. The woman is always supposed to be that nurturer and that caterer. However, and I understand that, and the Bible is very clear on that, but the Bible is also very clear on several other things that people neglect to mention. And one of them is that. Love your neighbor as yourself. You can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. Treat others as you want to be treated. If somebody's treating you bad, and that's not how you want to be treated, then you don't treat them at all. You just leave them alone. But they don't talk about that. They don't mention that. They don't say nothing about that. It has to be two ways. I can't just be treating you great, treating you great, treating you great, treating you great, motivating you, pushing you. I could be giving myself that energy. I could be doing that for me and myself. Because you ain't doing it for me, and you ain't even doing it for yourself. Faith said, you're right, Happy Sky. Brown Sugar said, let's put ourselves first. Exactly. Faith said, 100%. 100%. Put yourself first. Because if you put yourself first, other people will fall in line and either put you first also. They'll start to put themselves first also. Or they'll just fall to the wayside. And I'm all about people putting themselves first. If you tell me, hey, I can't go out because I'm about to go for a run or I'm about to go to the gym, shoot, that's going to motivate me to get my butt up and go do some exercise too. You feel what I'm saying? That's the type of people I need around me. If I'm like, okay, man, it's been a hard day. I really want to go out and eat some pizza. And they like, well, let's go get some salads. That's the type of people I need around me. That's the type of people I need around me. Not somebody like, well, girl, you doing too much. You go ahead and get you some pizza. You deserve some pizza. No, you're not a friend. No, you're not a friend. You're not. That's not friendly. That's not encouraging. That's not motivating. That's sabotage. Sky said, love others as you love yourself. So you have to love yourself to love other people. Exactly. If you don't love yourself, you are not capable of loving other people. Exactly. That's what the scripture said. Brown Sugar said, yep, get away from folks who mistreat us and stay away from them. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's all it really matters. That's what it really boils down to. Loving yourself. Nourishing yourself with what your body needs. Moving your body so that you can feel good about yourself. And having people around you that support that. Or that do the same thing. Because, like I said, it don't even have to be direct support. But if I see somebody out here getting it, like you see Brown Sugar, she be in the gym, she be eating healthy, she be at the grocery store, then I know she's a like-minded person. And she's on her stuff. And that's the type of people I want around me. Because she's constantly, actively working on herself. And that's what I like. People who are constantly, actively working on themselves. Because we all have room for improvement. Nobody on this planet is perfect and never will be. So there's always room for improvement. There's always space to get better and be a better person. Be, a better person to yourself. Be in a better body. Be in a better spiritual mindset. Be in a better financial bracket. There's always room to improve. And I want to see people doing that. I want to be around people who are doing that. Not staying stagnant, not staying stuck, not sabotaging, not hating, not doing shady stuff behind my back. Nah. None of that. Brown Sugar said, so sweet. Yes. Because if y'all go follow Brown Sugar, that's what she's doing. She's literally in the gym. She's exercising. She works. You feel what I'm saying? That stuff is important. Those are the type of people you want around you. Because you know that they're actively improving on themselves. Yes, it's not easy for anybody. And that's understandable. But if you see somebody that's actively working for that, That's someone good to go. You can be like, oh, I went to the gym. You went to the gym today, girl? No, let me go get in there. Let me go do my. Let me go put on. What you have for lunch today? I didn't even have lunch. Girl, go get you a salad or something. Don't skip no meals. You feel what I'm saying? That is a friend. Like, I think it was Claudia. Was that Claudia who mentioned her husband saying he's not even tripping off eating that because he knows her goals. He can go out and hang with his guys and eat some food outside. That's support. That's someone who cares. That's someone you want around you because they respect your goals. They respect your hustle, your journey. They respect it. They're not going to do nothing to throw you off track. They're going to do what they can to make sure you stay on point. You stay on track. You stay on the road to success. They're not going to try to take you off. Whether directly or indirectly, they will not try it. Because people do that all the time, intentionally. What? So they had to my friends. Son. I seen my daughter already. She was in here. Like, I got kids. I don't have time to be dealing with mess. I gotta deal with them today. Here. So that's the why I said. And even my kids, they of course they're gonna be like, can we get pizza, mom, and stuff like that. But they are really, motivating me to stay on track too. Oh, mom, what you eat today? Did you go for your walk today? Like, yeah, they support me. My mini me, yeah, sweet. Both my kids sweet. But yeah, there's days that they want to go to Wendy's and they want to go get pizza and stuff like that. And on those days, like, I found a salad at Wendy's that I really like, and I use my own dressing for it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying to deprive yourself, make yourself freaking, go in isolation. You feel what I'm saying? But a real person knows your goals and they know, hey, let's go somewhere where they got options. You can eat baked potato, right? You feel what I'm saying? You can eat, what can you eat? Let's find a place where you can eat too. But if you going straight to the wing spot, ain't nothing I can eat at no wing stop. Ain't nothing I can eat they don't got salad. What, I'm gonna eat the carrots and celery? Like, come on. What? Come on. The pizza place. Most people play Little Caesars. They ain't gonna have nothing from here. So it's like, no. Especially if I'm with somebody. Like, come on. Especially if I've suggested, like, you can go to a lot of Asian restaurants and you get steamed rice. They even have, like, grilled chicken and stuff like that. Like, I'd rather go to, like, at least a place like that. They have options. Like, let's go to a place where they have options for both of us. Or let's just not go. And it's hard to say that, but it needs to be said. I've said that to my mom several times. And after a while, she got the point and was like, okay, well, where can you go? Or what do you want to, what do you want to, because eventually people will fall in line. Like, if you keep restating your boundary and restating your boundary and restating your boundary,